Prodigal Steve returns to the darkest dungeon. How's it going, everybody? Last week, we went to the Cove? Yeah, we went to the Cove. That's right. We leveled up a level 4 team into a level 5 team. Right, okay. So, since then, I have sent McCrae, Thorol, and Liborg, all of whom were on that last mission, to take care of some of the negative quirks that they came back with. Egomania is bad because I think it forces them to interact with curios that we don't want them to. This is obviously bad because fair number of human enemies that we would rather not take stress against. And then this is also another forced curio interaction. And we just can't have a level 5 or 6 party interacting with curios against our will. So those three have gone to the sanitarium now while they're level 5, and it's just a little bit cheaper to sort that out. So this week we are actually going to go to the Weald. I considered going to the Cove, but the 33% resolve XP is not worth more than doing a medium mission. So we'll still get more experience doing this than we would doing this with the bonus. So we're gonna run our abomination party here. Standard stuff on both Campbell and Poile. Not exactly sure how to say his name, but that's alright. You know, restraining padlock, padlock of transference. Gonna be doing a fair bit of stunning and blighting, and if we need to transform, we can. Shouldn't have a problem dealing damage with this party. Junia's head and cursed incense here on our occultist, so that way he can pull problematic enemies forward easier, and then also get a little bit better healing out of weird reconstruction. And the nice bonus of the cursed incense is it also buffs his weakening curse, which, if we can find the time to use, so much the better. Then Tough Ring and the Guardian Shield back here on our Man-at-Arms for a ton of protect, a little bit of increased HP, a bunch of additional healing, and some dodge. It is going to reduce his damage, but he's not going to be dealing damage, rather he's going to be buffing and guarding. And he will have a little bit of added stress, but I've unlocked some camping skills, so we have at least 2 encourages. We have a skill that prevents nighttime ambush, and then we have anger management on both of our abominations to reduce stress across the party. It is going to stress them out, but they'll be able to use absolution to mitigate that a little bit. So let's go in provision here. We do have potent salves because we need to activate something. Is that correct? Is that what we're doing? 3 infected corpses. Sure. I suspect that we can manage that. We'll take 2 keys, 4 shovels for sure. We'll take a stack of bandages and a stack of medicinal herbs, and maybe a half stack of anti-venom. 16 torches should be more than enough. And 16 food should also be plenty. Gives us a camp and 2 hunger checks. Better safe than sorry. It's not like we don't have the gold for it. Alright, this seems fine. Let's go ahead and embark here. I probably should have bought more anti-venom now that I think about it, as opposed to bandages. I inadvertently provisioned for the Cove, which is not the end of the world, but certainly not ideal. Well, this is a battle we want to run into much later than we have. Wait, can you not use either of these in that position? You cannot. Right, okay. Fair enough. Well, you're going to be transforming on the regular then. And then use Rage, I guess, because I would like to get rid of this Gnasher before it does anything truly heinous to us. May as well just Weakening Curse either of these things. You can't use... Oh, you can't use Abyssal Artillery because you don't have a target. Fair enough. I think we kind of just want to buff everybody here. Get that accuracy and crit bonus. Maybe sort this battle out even sooner. You know, one extra turn is worthwhile, certainly. Alright, so you have reduced damage. Might as well stun this one. It doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Since Rake should do the job here. Yeah, assuming it hits both of them, it's going to kill both. There we go.
Cleansed from our land.
Take our gold and move along here. -2 speed for 3 rounds is actually not that bad, since we shouldn't be encountering another hallway battle, since we've already seen one. Okay. This is annoying, to say the least. Go ahead and start with the transform. Being able to clear corpses is going to be nice, though. Alright, one of them is dead, and it's not even going to leave a corpse since we did crit it. So we might as well transform with our second abomination as well, and then rake both of these. And easily managed. So there's a little bit of stress reduction. These two are getting a little more stressed than I would like them to be necessarily. But that's okay. We can manage that. We don't necessarily have to transform. We can shift our man-at-arms up to position 1 if we absolutely have to. Curio, room battle with a Curio, that is not a quest location. So I'm largely disinterested in this hallway. Yeah, we absolutely didn't need to go this way, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we're not really that much worse for wear after having done it, and we are 450 gold richer, so not really going to complain. What do we have in this crate? Heirlooms. And actually heirlooms that we need, so happy to have them. This is going to be annoying. Let's try and get rid of this thing, the bloodletter, as soon as possible. We'll do that, and then a stun. And then we can blight him on the next action. How far does this pull you forward? 2, so that will move you to the front, and then we can rake both the bloodletter and the fusilier next turn, ideally. Okay. Assuming Rust Shot doesn't push him back, although I suspected that it will. It does, but it doesn't matter because this idiot moved himself forward. So, well played. Alright, do we want speed and dodge or accuracy and crit? I think we want speed and dodge. That way we can move before these, hopefully before the Fusilier on the next turn. Now, that's exactly how that went down.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. Nobody strictly needs healing right now. Does this clear corpses? It does not. You can only do your bleed attacks from back there, which I'm not thrilled about, but that's fine. We'll just Weakening Curse you for now. And now we'll actually do the accuracy and crit buff, since we should still be moving faster than everybody else here. Stack up some damage over time on you. 3 damage is fine. Bothers me very little. Yeah, okay. The bleed is not ideal on our man-at-arms, but I think we can still manage. Well, hang on. He can't use any of his attacks from that rank. So you might as well just do that. bring this guy forward. Another weakening curse. How you look at 3 for 2. Stun you, and that'll actually put you in range of dying to your blight on your next turn. This is 2 for 2. Actually fine. I want to buff our speed, that way our abomination can move and then transform and heal everybody's stress a little bit, and then use Absolution to heal his own stress. And you are going to die to your blight, so there's no reason not to use Absolution on our second abomination as well. You're going to take, yeah, 2 more damage. That's fine. Stress is stacking up a little bit, but that's okay. Go ahead and toss out a buff, and then I guess a heal for 29.
Prodigious size alone
A
does not
non-crit
dissuade
heal
the
for
shaman
29. Beautiful. I'd rather have the Portress than the Citrine. It's not really worth that much. You're gonna come off your bleed here. Alright, do we want to try... I don't think it's worth it to try and run double blights on our abominations. I think we just deal with the stress for now. Oh, right, this is our rank 2 abomination, fair enough. You transform, though, and rake this thing. Low rage. Knockback 2. $8 to 15. Do we? I think we just try for the kill here, right? Yeah, that'll cause him to die to his bleed, or to his blight rather. And you can come up to the front, and then we'll buff our speed, and that'll push you back, which is unfortunate.
A death by inches.
But it actually still does leave him in position for rage, so that's actually fine. Because we're just gonna blight this guy. 1 for 3 is absolutely acceptable as far as I'm concerned. Like, it is 100%
Destroyed.
in intolerance for our DOT, but man, that stress. May have to camp sooner than I would like. Yeah, because every time he does, like, gets damaged, he stresses the entire party out, apparently.
A singular strike.
14 damage crit, though, is really good. Just weakening curse here. And then do that, and it'll bring him down into range of dying to the blight. Up our... Wait, was that speed? No, that was accuracy and crit, right?
Perhaps the turning point.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll take the food, we'll take the gold, we'll take the crest, which gives us a full stack, and we'll pass on everything else for now. 2 for 2, all the way down, so that's 4 damage across the board. I think we can live with that, but I am going to move him up to the front now and just try and run blight strats for now. And take these 2 off for these 2. Yeah, This way our man-at-arms can actually do a little bit of damage. And we may want to camp in this next room. But I would like to hold off on camping as long as possible, obviously.
Now it must be carried home.
Read, I think, all the journals of Darius so far. So we're just going to skip that, because we don't really have room in the inventory for it at present, so... Alright, another hallway battle. Curio. Quest location, Curio. Alright, well... Actually, this is great. This is a perfectly acceptable battle for us. So we'll blight you two. And then we'll probably, yeah, just blight you two again. 6 and 6. Okay, that'll do. Even with his reduced damage, you know, heal yourself. You could use it, certainly. Nice dodge. You were dead to me already. Yeah, alright, well, wasted your only action in this entire combat, so good job. This Manacles does so much damage, I love it. How bad's your stress? Actually, not that bad, but you could stand to get the heal. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Then we might as well heal you as well for 20, and he did resist the bleed, which is always welcome. You're gonna die to your blight, and you're gonna just get crushed. And fantastic. Our stress is coming down a little bit. Not quite as much as I would like, but, you know, any stress reduction is good. A good amount of stress reduction as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's get rid of the portrait for this gold. Because all portraits are good for is converting into other heirlooms anyway, so there's no reason to carry them along with us if we don't have to. I actually, it's probably not worth it, but I'm going to do it, since we only have room for 2 food. Now, everybody should be at full HP. Yeah, okay. So that was actually probably worth the cost of doing business, so to speak. Alright, well, there's an infected corpse, and it has been cleansed. And we will move along, and still no scouting. Unfortunately, not a lot of room trinket-wise in this party for Ancestor's Map or Seer Stone or anything of that variety. As long as we move before this spitter, I'll be happy. And by we, I mean the man-at-arms. You know what? That's fine, too. As long as this thing dies, I'm happy. Okay. And now a crush.
Back to the pit.
That was pretty textbook, I think, as far as combats go.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious
We have
killer.
3 keys, so we might as well open this. A little bit of gold and some busts. Sure, I'll get rid of the jade for the busts. Just to have them. Like, 375 gold is honestly probably not worth the heirloom. Because I would love to finish upgrading the Abbey and then just be done with our town upgrades. We're going to have to go all the way to the end here, aren't we? I mean, we're still fine. Our cultist has way more stress than I would like him to have, and looking at this battle, I'm more than slightly concerned about our prospects of coming out of this without having a resolve check, but let's see how it goes. 6, so we actually only need 7 damage out of our man-at-arms. And yeah, please, stress out the abominations. Does not bother me at all. They're the only ones who can heal their own stress on this one.
As the enemy crumbles.
Alright, you've got to come up to the front of the room if you'd be so kind. You're We're looking at 6 damage. If we get a double stack of Blight, then he'll certainly be handled. You're looking at 6. So you're going to die on your next action. Probably. Now you'll, like, definitely die on your next action. I didn't want to shuffle the party order because I want these two getting blighted. I can't believe he got an opportunity to move before we got to blight him the second time. It's unfortunate, but I probably should have expected it. You're at 12. Okay, so they're both going to die to their respective blights. So now we just need to sort this front scratcher out.
This is how a life is taken.
And stunning will be at least some help there.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
9 and 15 and a plus 20% stress until camp. Well, we can medicinal herb that without problem. Nobody strictly needs to be healed here, so I'm just going to debuff for a little bit of damage
Their formation is
and not risk the potential bleed.
offensive.
We don't have room for a shovel or these crests. So I think we do just pass on both of them, unfortunately, and then move along. See what's in this crate.
Glittering
More
gold,
heirlooms that we can't
trinkets and baubles,
find room for. Fantastic.
paid for in
The
blood.
sooner we find these infected corpses, the happier I'll be. Some scouting would have been nice to that end. I think we're actually losing stress. Yeah, we lost stress over the course of that fight, so
As
cannot
the
complain
light
about
gains
that.
purchase, spirits are
By
lifted,
all means,
and
eat food.
purpose is made clear.
It's what I brought it for. Finally did get a little bit more scouting. I wouldn't expect to see our secret room on this one. None of these characters have warrens or wield scouting quirks, and we also don't have any scouting trinkets, so what do you think? We're gonna find 2 treasure chests in the next 3 rooms? Probably not, right? So we'll take gold, and then we'll take the emerald, because that is worth it as far as I'm concerned. And then we'll move along. And which one of you poor suckers is going to disarm this trap? You. Because you can most resist
Mind that such
the
missteps are
penalties.
exception and not the rule.
Yes, as you can cure your own stress. And the
Nature
occultist is
herself
in sort of a bad
Them
spot
to
stress-wise
spreading corruption,
to begin
now
with,
formed
so...
with misintent.
Alright, this room should be empty. Just absolutely double-checking that I didn't miss a quest
The
location
way is
earlier.
lit, the path is clear.
Ah, excellent.
Require only the strength to follow
So
it.
assuming that we can get the next corpse in this room, we'll be done. I wouldn't expect that to be the case, but it would be fantastic. Yeah, no, it is an empty room though, which is welcome. And there we go. This will be the end of this if we so desire, which we very well may. I'm probably going to camp. Old tree is anti-venom? Yes, okay. Take that. And we'll take the portrait over the citrine. We can get rid of that anti-venom. and move along. And once again, I've severely over-provisioned, but not the end of the world. A little bit of stress relief there from, or on our abomination, thanks to disarming that trap. I hate this. He does still have Bellow, though, so... Assuming Bellow hits more than one target? It does. It hits every target, which is exactly what we want. I say, just get a little bit of damage done there. They both dodged? Excuse me? Alright, well, I was going to try and do a little bit of... Oh, you're going to die to your blight anyway. Yeah, so absolutely we want to Bellow here, reduce their unbelievably high dodge. Although I guess this isn't a champion dungeon, so their dodge isn't that bad, but it is still annoying, certainly. We need 3 damage here, so yeah, alright, you're dead. Which is wonderful for me. And the stun. Not that it's gonna matter because it's dead anyway.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Welp. Unlikely to need all of these bandages, so we'll do that. And then we'll do this. And then we'll continue adventuring. At least for now. We might as well do this last room, right? We have medicinal herbs, so there's no reason to not do this. We'll take the food, and we actually have more food now than when we started, hilariously.
A blazing star is born.
We got surprised? Excuse me? Sure. We're at least in the default order that we left in. This is terrible, actually. Yeah, you've got to transform. We've got to start, you know, dealing with some of these creatures. And that'll do it. Okay. Shouldn't have to do more than this next turn. Oh, he resisted the blight. Okay, well, fair enough. That's what I get. Just guard the one who's stunned and also blighted. And then heal him as well. Oh, and of course, now you bleed him. That's fine, though, honestly. Battle has been won. We'll claim our treasure.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Which is 2 jade, huh? Alright, so we're gonna go back this way. Do a hunger check, which is fine. We'll snuff the torch and
Terrors
open
may
this.
indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Take that, and the blight charm. We'll ditch the shovel for the deeds. And then we'll come in here and we'll camp. And we'll
Gathered close in
feast.
tenuous firelight, an uneasy companionship.
And then do this to prevent nighttime ambush. And then we'll do anger management. And then anger management. And then encourage. And we're actually in decent spots stress-wise. But unfortunately, we can't do anything else. So we'll go ahead and rest. And then we'll head back to the hamlet. There we go. Not a huge haul financially, but we did get a ton of heirlooms, which is nice. And no diseases, inexplicably. Alright, Wheeled Explorer, Light Sensitive has gotta go, Love Interest is irrelevant, and it's actually great with Nymphomania. So, I'm actually pretty happy to have this combo, so now all we have to do is get rid of Light Sensitive. And will be none the worse for wear. Alright, so nobody has chosen to stay during their stress relief, which is nice. Let's go ahead and unequip all trinkets, sort them, get you lot out of there. Another focus ring, holy orders, and a second focus ring, hilariously. That's very tempting. We could run a level 4 Mark party. If we were so inclined. Get some extra resolve experience. And additional damage and gain another protective collar. It's tempting. Either way, for now, that's going to do it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. As always, feedback is welcome in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time.